Oh, that's way too bright. Sorry, guys. There's so many settings on here. I think that's about right. I could probably turn it down a notch. Maybe I will. Oh, my cream's over there. Right, I'm going to use this one today because I'm, like I said, switching them around between the SPF and this. I don't know if it's still there, but I noticed a white spot here the other day. Let's see. No, it doesn't look like it's still there. It looked like a little calcium spot or something. Let's move this basket around. The lipsticks I don't need for a minute. And let's move this tripod over here. Again, I have put this on the community tab. Said I was going live at 6, it's 20 past. Just can't get the content creator, can you? Well, especially when it comes to me. I did have a few things to do though. But people can just watch later. That's the fantastic thing about YouTube lives over TikTok lives. I don't know when exactly TikTok lives get deleted. I don't know whether it's within 24 hours. But I have gone, like when I've done a TikTok live, I've gone to look at it and it's gone. It's just not there anymore. And it's like, what's the point in me doing it then? Hi, Sam. That's not to say I won't do TikTok lives again in the past. I just prefer YouTube lives, if I'm being completely honest. There's more interaction. I mean, there's still negativity on YouTube lives, but not as much, I don't think. And I've only actually done 2 TikTok lives. They're a bit scary. Okay, let me get some pore minimizing setting spray. Oh, it's not in that one. What am I doing? Right, so it's in this. There's still quite a bit left. There's about that much. And I do want to use it by the end of the month, by the time I next do my project pan update. But I just feel like it's a bit of an ask. And then I'm just going to go in with my sponge, I think, and kind of press it into the skin. So I'm not waiting for that to dry. It's not like I've got all the time in the world today. I said I'd be at my mum's for 8 o'clock. It's near enough 6:30 now. Maybe I'll get there sooner. I don't know. Okay. What are we doing in regards to foundation? I used the Laura Geller one yesterday. So, it's either the Catrice, the Fenty, or the Urban Dream Cover. Let's go in with Fenty. Oh, before that though, I need to go in with this. We need to go in with some hydration under the eyes. So Sunkissed Skin Hyaluronic Acid Nourishing Under Eye Serum. I'll just put a tiny bit on. Because I've used the Bobbi Brown one now. That's all gone. Right, and then I wanted that illuminator. Oh, it's there. Right, so it's the Essence Glow Glow Go Instant Highlighter. We're really seeing some progress on this. This will definitely be gone by the end of the month. There's a lot of windowing, but there's still a lot of product left in. I'm literally having to scrape it, can you see? I don't think I'm going to get down to the bottom here, so there's always some waste of a product because the doe foot won't reach that far down. Yeah, there's probably 1 or 2 uses left. Okay, so in with the foundation now. So Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Hydrating Longwear Foundation. Massage well if needed, pump and squeeze. Right, so we'll do that anyway. Again, this is another foundation that it's probably about halfway done. I feel like I need a bit of spray on my brush. Well, there's not much left in here. This will definitely be gone by the end of the month, which I'm very happy about, because I've got another setting spray somewhere to take its place. I say this every time, but I love the smell of Fenty products. And it's not even just this foundation, because the powder smells just like it. And the lip glosses smell nice too. I just don't like the lip gloss that I've got, personally. Hi, Tammy. I'm on the way to get groceries and run some errands. Okay, no worries. I'll definitely watch afterwards when I'm done. Yeah, there's no rush, Tammy. It's not like it's going anywhere. I say this every time. it's up there for the duration. I'll hang out until we get to the store. Okay. I do love the finish of this foundation, I've got to admit. Just going to put a little bit on my head. I'm using the same one from last week, Tammy. Do you know the Sigma Enchanted? There's like a green... I'll show you in a minute. Just let me get this blended out. There's like a green in there. And the yellow, gold and the green was the only 2 shades that I was thinking to keep it for. So this is going to help me make my decision. Oh, the pretty one I wanted. You know, if you lived closer, I would just send it to you. Because I don't think I'm keeping it. Obviously, when I give palettes away, I do sanitize them. I don't just say, hey, here we go. There's a palette for you. I mean, it is pretty, and I barely used it. I think that speaks volumes, doesn't it? So, you've seen it, you saw it last week. Right, so I don't need to keep it for the rosy tones. I've got rosy tones in the Sigma Rosy. I don't even know what I was thinking buying this. I did like Electrum, but I've got better yellow golds than that. And then there's this Cosmos shade. I want to try it for that. But even if I really, really like the look, I don't think I'd keep it around just purely because it's one eyeshadow. Who even does that? I'm sure there's people out there that do it. But yeah, who does that? Just do this down the neck. Right. Concealer. Here we go. So just same old, same old. I like the colour story. I would like to try Sigma. I haven't tried anything from the brand. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't discourage you from trying it if you really want to try it. Also, I'd say do your research, but I mean, at the end of the day, if you're anything like me and you want to try something, you'll try it. You'll take the research on board, but that is not going to change your opinion. I mean, I didn't do the research on that palette when I bought it, and I paid full price for it. I wish I hadn't have bought it now. It's one of the most unused palettes in my collection for sure. You like the colour story? Alright, friend, I'll talk to you later. Yeah, see you later. Hope your life goes great and more people come on it. I'm not bothered about that. I'll talk to you later, Tammy. Have a good day. Right, so that's looking good. All blended in. I think I'm going to put some lip oil on now because my lips are feeling a bit dry. Where are you? Right, so let's put that Fenty foundation back because I don't need that anymore. Technique lip oil now. It's not the best lip oil on the market. Ooh, doing quite well with it. It's literally down here. I feel like it's leaking because I don't feel like I'm using it that much. Obviously, I don't know if it's leaking or not, but let's do the brows. So we've got the usual, what I've been wearing ever since I tinted my brows. The usual PLOUISE Hold You Down. Just looks like this. It's a little container with, they call it the Hold You Down Brow Fix. But literally it's like brow gel. Just looks like that. It's very clear. Because at the moment I'm not needing. Oh, let me get that. Spool it. I'm not needing any brow tint. I just literally put some of this on to keep them in place. And it gives you that laminated brow effect as well, which is nice. And to be honest, guys, I just want to get this finished up. That can go back. So what's everyone doing today? Anything exciting? Like I said earlier, the reason this live's going out early, and it's not even early for the UK. I mean, it is tea time. But people have the dinner a lot earlier than this. It's like 20 to 7 in the evening. So, anyway, the reason it's going out earlier rather than 9 o'clock is because I'm going to my mum's. So, I have to do it at that time. Or not do it at all, which I could potentially think about not doing it on a Sunday, but I just want to get through these palettes that are just off to the side and just decide whether I want to keep or declutter them. Right, I need a brush toner for this powder. Right, so we've got the Collection Hydra Setting Powder. So we're just going to put a bit of this where I place a concealer. In fact, I'll just place it in the T-zone. I don't do it on the cheeks because I like the glowy cheeks. I've said that in pretty much all my videos lately. Okay, that's that done. I've got a feeling I'm just going to fly through this video. Bronzer. So we're going to start out with the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer. Again, nothing kind of new here. Just because they're all Shop My Stash products that I'm using from, I don't know, I think the other Shop My Stash ends in 2 weeks. From then, we're going to be going back to doing weekly Shop My Stashes. So then we can pick out at least a palette a week. And we can maybe even use like my singles, like my Pastel Roses, duochromes, multichromes, because I want to get use on them as well. Rather than just picking 3 or 4 palettes out a month and then using the same palettes in the live. You know, I might not even do palettes in Shop My Stash. I might just pick them out as I go through, as I decide what I'm doing in the live. Plan that out. Guys, you don't have to be shy. You can come and chat. I don't bite. I feel like I've got hair. Just, that is the most annoying thing when you're trying to put makeup on and it feels like hairs in your mouth. Right, so that cream bronzer's on. Now I need the palette. Okay, so gonna go in with the magnetic palette that I've been enjoying. Gonna go in with this Tanya Burr Glowy Bronze. And then I'm using the Real Techniques, what's this one called? The 303 Rebel Edge Broad brush. It's a hard brush to get in there because I'm kind of nearly done with that bronzer. I think I just need to repress it. Because if you look, it's really, really difficult. It's like it's almost in the middle of those two blushes as well. Sorry. Yeah, I do think at some stage I'm going to need to repress this bronzer. Just bring it all to the middle rather than... Because can you see, obviously, all this middle bit, I've used it all up. So, when I've got time, I'll try and repress it. Or use a smaller brush. Just blending it out because I don't like to look too bronzed. Right, we'll use the blushes from this palette as well. Because I'm going to need to, I don't know, go fairly neutral. We'll use the Benefit ones. So I normally use these two together, so we'll do that again. So we'll dip into Rockateur first and then the smaller one. And this is a Japanesque, no it's not, it's the Joe & Joe angled brush. I just kind of like to stamp it on. You know, the smaller blush in this palette, I keep looking at it and I keep thinking how close I am. Every time I use it, I'm like, I must be pretty close now. I can see the waffle print. I'll show you. Has anyone panned one of these? Because if you look, you can see the waffle print around it. And that kind of makes me think I must be new enough panning that. Let's blend that out as well. I don't think I want to use the highlighter from this palette. I might use the LYS one. Okay, let's put this away. And let me go in my drawer and see what I want to use. Actually, no. let's use this one that I'm thinking about decluttering since we're doing the chopping block Sunday. So it's a Pixie by Petra. It's in the shade Delicate Dew. It's one of the Glowy Gossamer duos. And as you can see, I've hit major pan here. I don't really use this side, but let's just go in with a bit of this and see what I think. I don't just want to keep hold of something for the sake of keeping hold of it. I've got enough in my collection that I don't need to do that. I mean, it's nice. It really is. I probably will keep it for this lighter shade, and then when I've used the lighter shade, I'll probably just declutter it. But I'm not going to use it as a Project Pan Shop My Stash. Sorry, Project Pan highlighter. Because I've already got one. I'm using the MAC Soft and Gentle. So until I've used that up, I can't really bring that in. But I can keep it around the collection and just keep working on it. I mean, it's a really nice soft baked formula. And then this one, the darker one, is just too dark. Might make a nice bronze topper, or it might make a nice like blush topper as well, even over a similar blush. But for me personally to use as a highlighter, I just wouldn't be able to. Right, so now let's go in with my Hourglass setting powder. Wow, not even half an hour. I'm going to be out of here soon, guys. I need a brush for this. Okay, so I'm going in with the Hourglass setting powder. This just makes your skin look absolutely flawless. I remember when I first started seeing people use these Hourglass finishing powders, and I'm like, surely it doesn't make that much of a difference. Trust me, it does. It makes your skin look airbrushed. Like my skin now, I just really like the look of that. I definitely want to get another powder. I've got one. It's much smaller than the one I'm using now in this palette. I have got one in the Jellyfish palette, but I want to get a full size in the Black Friday sale. Right, so this is in Project Pan, so I can't show you the progress. If you want to see the progress, go to my Project Pan. Not now, because I did one, I think, about a couple of weeks ago. There'll be one going up again in 2 weeks. Then I'm going to go in with the only setting spray I'm using at the moment. It's a Technique Glow Setter, I believe it's called. So let's use this. I don't know where I sprayed that then. Just keep my fringe up for a minute. Okay. Right, primer, eyeshadow primer for the hands, eyes. Okay, so we've got the W7 Prime View. I don't know why I'm showing you that way. I'm used to showing you the glitter glue that way. There is literally not an awful lot in here now, guys. So close to have used it all up. And it's about time, really, because it's lasted ages. I've not poured enough out. But I've got others that I can use anyway, so it's not a big deal when I do use it up. I'll be glad to have used it up. I won't be repurchasing it. I wouldn't recommend it to you guys. They say it's a dupe for the PLOUISE ones, but I can't imagine PLOUISE having runny bases like this. Revolution, I've got coloured ones as well that I've got in my collection, and they'll be going as well. I'll be decluttering them. I'm not even going to bother using them because I've also got some made by Mitchell eye bases in like really nice pastel colours. The ones from Revolution are just terrible. They're so runny. They're literally like, you go to like put it out on your finger and it literally runs everywhere. No, it's not for me. Okay, let's go in with the Revolution contour palette now. Some brushes in here. Let's move them for a minute, put them on the bed. Okay, I'll use this one. Yeah, it's a Real Techniques. Right, so I'm done with that for now, but I'll need it again. Right, so for all of the 2 people that are still watching, you've come at the best part. I genuinely feel like eyeshadow is the best part. I don't know what you guys think is the best part of makeup. Just trying to get some brushes out of here. I'm doing the eyeshadow very, very soon. The only issue with this palette, I had it last time as well. So we're using the Sigma Enchanted again. The only issue with it, I want to use Cosmos, this really pretty green here. But these shades here, they're not transition shades. So I'm going to have to go in. I think that's too rosy. Yeah, I'm going to have to go in my Build Your Own palette again. So let me get that. Just because these have got neutral shades in them. So it's just that. And I do regular updates on this as well, but you're going to see it now anyway, so that's neither here nor there. So it looks like that. These are all my Makeup Geek singles, so I normally go in with a shade first. That one's called Creme Brulee, so let's do that. Make sure there's no eyeshadow on this fluffy brush. So this brush is a Soho brush. I believe I got this one from TK Maxx. So let's try and go in with this shade. Really packing it onto the brush, as you can see there. And then we just blend in. Obviously, to some people, eyeshadow isn't the best thing that you can do, because those 2 people that were in have gone. It's a bit peachy, it's looking a bit peachy, so I think we should stop there on that eye. I'm just doing the same on the left eye. I don't want it to be peachy because obviously I'm wearing green, so... But I didn't want to go in with green eyeshadow, like in the crease. Can hear the birds outside living the best life. You'd think they'd be ready for sleeping, wouldn't you? It's 7 o'clock in the evening. Right. It's too dark. That'll just have to do. Okay, let's go in with a slightly deeper shade now then. We'll try. I can never remember the shade. Oh, that one's creme brulee. That one was peach smoothie. Sorry guys, let me just check. Yeah, that one's peach smoothie. That's creme brulee. So we're going to use creme brulee now. And I'm getting quite the healthy dip in this one. So the ones that have major pan in them, I want to use them up by the end of the year. The ones that have just got a healthy dip, I'll probably carry them until next year and work on them there. I feel like this is just a really nice matte palette to use when I don't have these kind of shades. But they're old, they're really old eyeshadows, and I just want them out of the collection. Right, I want to go slightly darker than that, but not too much. So, let's go in with this one. Oh, was there a shade in this Sigma Enchanted? Since we're showcasing the Sigma Enchanted. Right, we'll go in with that. With the shade first. Again, they're all Makeup Geek eyeshadows. That one is called Frappe. Just a bit of that one though. And then we'll step it up a notch with the Sigma Enchanted. Right, so I'm gonna blend that out a bit now. Just put that in there. Get that Revolution palette again. And I'm just going to go on with that shade again. This is all I use this palette for at the moment. I'm not saying that's all it's ever going to get used for. Because once I've used this shade, I'll probably do the same with this shade. But the palette is kind of a write-off. The lid's broken. And one of my subscribers once said, well, just get a new one. What, because of a broken lid? I don't think so. I'll use what I've got. Not too sure about the contour shades though, as I don't really contour. I think we might be done with that. If you're interested, I don't know if they still sell it. I've never actually told the full name. So it's Revolution Pro HD Powder Contour, and it's in there. So I think they do 3 different ones. Okay, yeah, so we're going in the Sigma Enchanted now. And I think I will go in. Oh, I should really go in with Evergreen, but I've got a feeling it's patchy. I'm only going to my mum's, so it doesn't matter if it's patchy or not. We'll just try and do the best with it. Sarah Rose had this palette, and she was saying, like, all the darker shades are patchy. That's why she gave hers away. And, like, when I used the darker shades, I noticed that as well. Try and get that fringe out of my way. It's not doing too bad. It's not holding up too bad, actually. Just stamping it on though. I mean, if you're going to blend it like that, maybe that's when it gets patchy. Just try and blend it out. Yeah, it's not the best grain. I'm going to go over that with that shimmer anyway. Doesn't look too bad. I can tell I've not used the green though. The Sigma logo's still in it. Well, let's try and blend that out. Oh, you can see, I mean, it normally gets patchy here anyway, because of my eyelid on my left side. Like, eyeshadow doesn't tend to work the same way on both lids. For some reason, the left eye is always the worst. Just going to try and blend that in. It's not really, it's like I played ball on the right side. I'm not going to do it on the left side as well. You can definitely see it in the crease. Let me know, guys, if you're watching this after. Let me know if you've got this palette and what do you think of it. Because there's so much negativity around this palette and the palettes that came before it. But then the ones that came after it, like the Sigma, I think it's Ambient or something like that. And other palettes that came after it. There's a lot of positivity. So I'd just like to know your thoughts. Right, there's no glitter glue in there. I don't know where my glitter glue's gone. So I'll have to use that one I used yesterday, which is in the drawer. So let me get that. So that's the one I used yesterday, the Technique Glitter Primer. but my sparkle stay seems to have gone missing. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Practically out of it anyway. But I would like to find it. Right, let's put some of this on. Technique, glitter glue. And I think I want to use a green eyeliner today as well. This one is just way thinner. It's a thinner consistency. And I don't feel like it's as tacky as the W7 one. See, that's what I mean with glitter glues. Not every glitter glue is going to perform the same way, is it? Like everyone raves about this NYX one. I just don't know if I'd like it as much as the W7 one. I feel like if you found a good primer, just stick with what you know. Okay. Let me get my eyeliners. Not much going on today in the chat, is there? Even if you just come on and watch, I appreciate it more than I can actually say. But it's just nice to talk. There used to be this BT advert in the UK. BT is like phones, so it's a phone company. And it would always say, it's good to talk. I don't want that green, it's too lime. Like, it's too much of a lime green. I'm just going to go through these pencils at my own leisure then, guys. Because no one's talking anyway. That's black. Oh, the Essence one is there. I tend to use that when I'm doing a green look. Let me see, though, if I've got any others. Right, we've got LSD by Urban Decay. This one's really nice. Deep end. But I'm not wearing that kind of shade, so I guess we're not wearing that. That blue looks really nice as well. Have I not got another green? I'm getting to the end of the eyeliners now, guys. Not long now till I make a decision. Got 50 eyeliners in here though. Feel like I'm going to drop them now. That's a mint green. That's a lime green again. I seem to have different levels of green, like not the green that I want. I think I'm going to have to use that Essence one. Black Ice by Avon. Emerald green. I think I'm going to use this one. It might not be perfect. I think this one will be better, but I've not used my NYX Emerald green for a long time, so put these back. Right, I think what I'll do is I'll put the NYX Emerald green on first. I don't know if it's still working, that's the thing, because it's really old. Right, that doesn't really look that dark, but in person it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the other eye now. And then once I've got the eyeshadow on, I'll probably go over it. Right. There a second. Okay. Right, so Cosmos in the Sigma Enchanted palette is this one. It's a beautiful, beautiful shade. I do genuinely feel like when you look at this palette, the shades that I'm personally drawn to are Electrum and Cosmos. Let me know if you're drawn to any of the other shades. That is pretty though. I feel like I need to go in with the bigger side though of this brush. I don't think I've got any shades like this in my collection as well. But I was saying to Tammy before, I wouldn't keep this palette for this one eyeshadow. Last week I used the Electrum shade. And I've got better yellow golds in my collection. So it's just a case of seeing what this looks like once I've done the look. And then making a final decision. I honestly don't think I'm going to be keeping it though. Right, now let's blend out a bit. Because we all know it's all about the blend. Yeah, I'm not liking this dark bit up here, do you know, from the evergreen. But it's okay. It's not like I'm doing anything special today. Well, I am. I'm going to see my mum, but I'm not going out, is what I mean. It's very, like, shimmery. I like it. Right, and then I'm going to go in with Cosmos. It's a bit gritty, but that is a shade when it's on the finger, and we're just going to press it into the eyelid. It's very smoky, this eye look. So we might have to keep the lid pretty not the lid, the lip pretty neutral. Then we're needing an inner corner highlight. Oh, we would if I had a brush. I think I'm just gonna try and clean this off. I'll go on with this side. It is a bit bigger than I would normally like, but yeah, I'm gonna go in with Sunburst, this one down here. And that's not like It's not like the other formulas, so it's not like Electrum, it's not like Plume, it's not like Cosmos. What you've got to bear in mind is there's like 2, maybe 3 different formulas of this palette. Maybe that's another reason why people didn't like it, I don't know. I'm going to go back in with that green NYX Emerald eyeshadow pencil. Which I've not used in a pretty long time, guys. Right, and then we need to do mascara, and then we can do lips. Oh, I should get to my mum's in plenty of time this week. I'm always late. Right. We're going to prime the eyelids, or the eyelashes, should I say, with this technique, Prime and Define. I'm not a lover of it, guys. Maybe that's because I'm just not used to primers. I don't know. My friend Lisa uses one, the L'Oreal, I think it's Lash Paradise, and she said it makes a difference. My lashes, I've not noticed it making a difference, but this is a very cheap mascara. It's only £1.50 to buy, and you get the primer and also obviously the mascara. And I don't tend to like either or of this. I bought this a few days ago now because I'm running out of my mascara. Oh my god. Sorry. Oh, I've just hurt my eye. I mean, have you seen how sharp that wand is though? Right, that'll do. Would I get another eyeshadow eyelash primer again? Yeah, probably. I'd probably get the one Lisa recommends. But they're not going to suit everyone, are they? This is a thing. I'd love to know your guys' thoughts on, do you use a primer before you go in with your mascara? Do you think it makes a difference? I mean, there's definitely white stuff on my lashes. You can't get away with that. But, I mean, I don't feel like it does anything. Does it say anything on the tube? No, it just says Technique Prime and Define Mascara and Primer Duo. Then on the back it tells us it's vegan, it's black, 2 times 4 ml, 0.14 fluid ounces, and that's it. That's all I'm getting. So mascara, the other side. So this bit's mascara. So again, we've got the same kind of wand. What's everyone's favourite drugstore mascara as well? I'd love to know that. Especially if you can get it in the UK. I've had a few recommendations from Phoebe, from Palettes, Perfume and Panning. But even they are expensive, like Rimmel, Maybelline. Normally I stick to like the price point of under £5 UK. Like Essence, and the last one I bought is 17. I bought mascaras from Primark. I don't buy high-end ones. at the end of the day, it's just a mascara. Right, and then over the top of that, speaking of 17, I'll go in with a 17 at another level. This one has become my holy grail, and this one is a lot nicer. So that one looks like that. I do think though, like, your eye look can look like trash, and then as soon as you put mascara on, it comes to life. It's like I'm alive. I literally don't know what lipstick to wear because I'm doing a lip service project pan, and it's late and going up because I've not used all of them lipsticks. The goal was to use them 3 times, and I've not used them all 3 times, and I don't want to do like the update until I've used them 3 times. So maybe I'll have to wear a lipstick that doesn't really go with the look, but if I do, that's why. Let's have a look what we can use. Could do with something just neutral. I mean, reds normally go with green, and I've got the Maybelline Vinyl, and I've only worn that once. And then I think this is one more use, and then I will have used it 3 times. Let's use the vinyl. So the Maybelline Vinyl in the shade Wicked. Let's use this. Actually, you've got to shake it up, don't you? I think my bauble inside is broken. I put it in the washing machine in my tracksuit bottoms by accident. Normally, you can hear it a lot more than that. So, if I've not said, the shade is Wicked, and it's a really vibrant blue-toned red. Dipping again. It looks more like raspberry red until you start putting a couple of layers on. That'll do. And then it needs to dry down a bit. Oh, darn it. The perks of using a liquid lipstick, hey? And a red one at that. Hi, Eden. How are you, hon? Right, so it's dried down now and it's kind of like sticky. I do like this look. So, just like that. But again, I wouldn't keep an eyeshadow palette for one eyeshadow. And I know I've used more than one eyeshadow in that palette. I'll just go through it again. Doing well, just woke up for work, back to Monday. Oh yes, it's Monday in Australia. I can never get to grips with the times. I bet your weekend went super quick, didn't it? Right, so first of all, I went in. Obviously, the people that watched the live after will know this. But first of all, I went in with Peach Smoothie, this one here. Then I went in with Creme Brulee. Then, did I use it? I think I used this as well. Yeah, I used Frappe, so this one down here. So then I switched it over to the Second Chance Sunday palette, which is a Sigma Enchanted. It's just one of those palettes I don't like, and I've found it really, really difficult ever since I bought to get into it, really. So then what I did is I went in with Evergreen, this one here. That one's really patchy, into the outer V here. And then I got a glitter glue and went in with the shade Cosmos, this one here, which is all over the lid. Love that shade. But I'd have to be stupid to keep a palette just for that shade there. I mean, I did it initially when I pulled it out last week. I thought I'd keep it. If there was like 2 shades or more, I would have kept it, but there isn't, because all these rosy eyeshadows I've got in the Sigma Rosy in a 9-pan I've got, so I don't need to keep it for the rosy eyeshadows. Although this Plume shade does look brilliant, does look gorgeous. But I'm sure I've got a shade like that in my Sigma Rosy. So I think I'm going to be decluttering it, guys. I went through my collection yesterday, and somebody asked me, I think a few of you have asked me, how many eyeshadow palettes do I own? 214. Literally, guys, it's no wonder all my eyeshadow palettes won't fit into my storage drawers. So I'd like to get it down to at least 150, at least. If I can get it down to more than that, then I would love to. This is why I'm doing these chopping block Sunday videos, because I want to know which palettes I can let go, especially when it comes to the pricey. So especially when it comes to pricey eyeshadow palettes like that, I just need to know whether I can let them go or whether I still want to keep them. And it's just, you know, I've just got too many eyeshadow palettes, and I don't think I'll be buying any. Excuse me, I've been talking for too long. I won't be buying any in the foreseeable. I can't see it unless something comes out that I don't have that colour story, that I can't dupe it. I just can't see me buying it. Makeup was very pretty. Thank you, Yasmin, if you're still here. Just going off on a tangent about eyeshadow over here. Eden, do you enjoy the Sigma Shadow? The 2 palettes I've got, to be honest, no. Where's the other one? Right, so you'll know what I mean now when I say Sigma Rosy, because I've got a small 9-pan of theirs. I got this one first, and I didn't much care for this, but maybe it will be different when I use it next time. I think I'll use it next week, because I think I've made a decision on the Sigma Enchanted, and I think it's going, you know. I was saying to Tammy before, because Tammy said, you know, that's one of the palettes that I'd like to try. If she lived closer, I would sanitize it and send it to her. But obviously, shipping costs from UK to Canada are very, very expensive, and I'd want to track it because I'd want to make sure that she would get it. And yeah, I just, like, the finances aren't there at the moment to do that. And Tammy might not like to use palettes that other people have also used as well, which is understandable. So I just tend to normally keep it within the family if I'm giving them away. You're doing well. Thank you. I didn't enjoy the Sigma Shadow either. I decluttered both palettes I had by them. Which ones did you have, Eden? Sarah Rose talks about the, I think it's the Ambient or Ambience. Basically, it's a warm toned eyeshadow palette, and you can get the big one, but they also brought out a smaller version of it. Apparently, the palettes that I've got are the older formula that Sigma brought out, but the Sigma formula has now since changed, and it's a lot better, but I don't want to take that risk. Some formulas you just don't like, do you? You just don't like using. And I've got enough eyeshadow palettes in my collection to kind of be like, I'm over it. Enchanted and Untamed. So you had the same one as me and then Untamed. Yeah, Didn't Untamed come out earlier? Because I remember some influencers saying this is the older formula, this is a newer formula. Anyhow, let's come close. Let me just turn the light down a bit. So that's what the makeup looks like up close. I'm not mad at it. I like the green. That's all on the lid. I love that. All the other shades that are in the crease here are from my Makeup Geek Build Your Own palette. So they have really nothing to do with the Sigma Enchanted. And then the green that's in the outer V here, the evergreen shade. I don't like it. It is patchy. So really there's only one shimmer. And how many eyeshadows do you get in those palettes? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14. Why would I keep a £14 eyeshadow palette for one single? And I wouldn't even try taking it apart for this shade, because I know if I have that in my singles, I probably wouldn't use it anyway. It's a shame though. I think I paid around £40 from Beauty Bay for it. I watched your drugstore live last night and the Flower Beauty Green was so nice. Yeah, I saw that you commented on that. I just love Flower Beauty palettes. You can't get them in Australia, can you not? Because I was talking to Lisa and she was saying, I wish we could get Flower Beauty here. And I said, it's such a shame that you can't. You can't get them in the UK either. I had a friend send me the Jungle Lights that I used in the drugstore video. I had her send me that, and then I had a friend in the US send me the Desert Lights, which I'm going to do a video with soon because that's beautiful. And for drugstore, it has a duochrome in it. It's just stunning. The most stunning neutral palette in my collection. Drugstore for sure. And they perform like high-end as well. They're like so metallic, but you've got to be careful with them. Like just put a bit on and press it into the eyelid rather than swiping it. Otherwise, it can show every bit of texture that you've got in your lid. Now they're stock Flower Beauty, but not those palettes. Yeah, it was the same in the UK. They used to stock basically the other palettes, the longer palettes that they did, but never actually, you know, those palettes. And I actually got in contact with Flower Beauty and I said, hi, I live in the UK. Is there any chance that you'll be bringing the Jungle Lights and the Desert Lights to the UK anytime soon? And they said, we've got no plans to do it, but what you can do is you can get a third-party shipping company involved. And it's like, no, I'm not going to do that. I was just lucky that I had friends that did actually send me those palettes. And now they've got Garden Lights and there's another one. Garden Lights. Anyway, they've got 4 in total now. I don't like them all. I definitely think the 2 that I've got are the best that they brought out. And would recommend them if people could get them, because it's the best formula that I've tried, like I said, in drugstore. You did mention that you wanted to see a high-end. So I'm going to do that soon, like a favourites high-end. And I might do a least favourites high-end as well, because I have got quite a few favourites in high-end that I wish I hadn't purchased. One being the Dior Rose Gold palette. Do you know, the highlighter palette? I just wish I hadn't bought it. I bought my friend one and it looked really, really nice. And I'm thinking, oh, it looks really, really nice. I'm going to go out and buy myself one. No. I would love to pick one up, but not via a third party. Exactly. The only way it's viable, really, is if you've got a friend in another country who doesn't mind sending it to you, even if you pay them to actually send it on to you. And to be honest, I was very, very lucky that mine didn't come broken, because they are very, very delicate. Even like, I watched Sarah Rose, and like Ulta, she got hers shipped out from Ulta and they came broken and she had to repress it. So yeah, I'm like, oh my gosh, I was so lucky. The Dior highlighter palette got so much hype and they didn't live up to it. Yeah, they all get so much hype. Don't they do like a bronzer type situation, one of those as well? And I did think about maybe I should get the bronzer one. I think my issue with them, Eden, is I don't like how sheer they are. And I've got the Huda, I think it's Huda Light Obsessions. Let's see if I can get it. It's not in that drawer. Right, where are you? Right, I don't know where the Huda Light Obsessions is, but this is, for all you that don't know what it looks like, this is the one that I've got. And the Huda Light Obsessions has got shades in just like it. When I did use it last time, I did really enjoy using it. This, like a mixed shades, I think I mixed like this shade, and this shade, and it was more highlighting. Let me see if I can do it and show you. I'll use this Jaclyn Hill brush. That pink shade, I guess, would make a good blush topper. Look, we'll also do this. If I can find a blush brush. Get this BH1. It's not really a blush brush, but it's clean. So I'm going to go in with this pink. What's it called? Metallic pink gold. Pink doesn't really go with green, but this is it here. I would say this is definitely one of those purchases I shouldn't have bought. If I would have done some research like I do research now, I would have seen that it's very, very similar to the Huda Beauty one I've got, but the Huda Beauty ones are more powdery. Are these like baked highlighters? I want to say the baked highlighters. That might be why I don't like them. They're so sheer. This one especially. This gold, I mean, it looks pretty pigmented when you really go in with it, with your finger, but this one here is very sheer. Where am I going to wipe my finger now? Right, I'm going to go in with this Morphe and Jaclyn Hill brush, and I'll go in with this one here. So the lightest one is... I hate it when they do this. It says Shimmer Rose, this one here. So I'll go in with that first, then we'll go in with the one up top, that sheer gold pearl. We'll just go in with those two. And don't forget, I've got highlighter underneath, so that's not what you're seeing. I mean, the good thing about this is it's not going to look heavy on your skin. So I would say it's mature woman friendly, I guess. But I think there's better ones out there, if you're asking me. And I'll only ever be honest. You know, I think that's the best way to be. I'm just going to blend it out with this brush here. The Dior highlighter palette though, Eden, it still gets talked about on Instagram with people who I follow. They absolutely love it. And I'm like, what am I missing? You tell me what I'm missing. But in a lot of products that get hyped, I'm like, right, I'm obviously missing something. Like, I bought this Ole Henrik's brightening, vitamin C brightening, like moisturiser a few years back. Everyone hyped about it. I didn't buy it for ages. Didn't buy it for a few years. And then I just thought, I'm going to go out and buy it. I've got a bit of spare money. It's £28. I'm just going to go out and buy it. It's supposed to be brightening. It didn't brighten anything on me personally, but everyone still raves about it. Let's just do a bit of this. Yeah, it's always sad regretting something luxury. And I did with the Chanel Tan de Soleil bronzer. Do you know when they only had one shade? And literally you can see how white I am. I'm like Casper. And it was too orange based to be used as a bronzer. I did use it up as a bronzer. So I would do what I do now with the tan. With the e.l.f. tan line. So basically I put some cream bronzer on and then I'd put powder over the top. I just felt like I was wasting product in a way because I would put a different colour bronzer over the top. So I just felt like I was using it to use it. But I didn't want to pass it on to anyone because it's expensive. So it's always going to be a case of me going to be using these products up. But that doesn't mean I have to like them, does it? And people would say, well, what's the point in using them if you don't like them? They're not going to bring you joy. But throwing them out or decluttering them when I paid so much money isn't going to bring me joy anyway, necessarily, is it? So, anyhow, I think I've kept you all way too long. There's 6 of you here now and only one talking. I want to say hello to all 6 of you. Thank you, Eden, for keeping me company. And again, that's a look. I do really, really appreciate you all. If you can like this video, I would love it. And it also gets my video out there in the algorithm. There'll be another live tomorrow, of course there will be. These go out now every night. So Monday to Thursday it's going to be 9 p.m. like 9 p.m. UK time. Friday it will be probably, hang on, when do I go to my sister's? Normally about 5, so it'll probably be around 3:30 UK time. And then on Sundays it'll be 6 p.m. UK time. I know it's really, really kind of hard for you to remember those times, but like I put it on my community tab, the only time difference is going to be on a Friday and a Sunday, unless I've got something else that comes up. I wish on the community tab you could pin it. I could write something and you could pin it. I don't think there's a way you can do that. I'll have to go and check. Maybe I'll just change my banner. My YouTube banner. It does actually say my no by year at the moment. Maybe I'll change that. Anyhow, I'm rambling now. And thank you everyone for being here. It really does mean a lot. And I'll see you tomorrow for Monday's live. I'm not too sure what to do. If you've got any ideas of what you want me to do, leave it in the comments. I don't mean here in the live, in the comments section of this video, and I'd love to do that for you guys because I'm not sure what to do at this point. My friend, well, she actually wanted me to swatch the, what are they, pastel roses shimmers that I've got. Well, not shimmers, the multi-chromes and duochromes, mainly duochromes, and do a look with them. So that's a possibility, I guess. If I don't get any comments, I'll just think of something else to do. But yeah, I'm going now because I'm talking about nothing. And I'll see you soon, guys. Bye, guys.